Army Black Knights. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Guys, the Black Knights head coach told me before the games, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense that has the first possession of the game. And headed out now, we take a look at Kataris Hicks. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Drops back on first down. They'll run the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Let's take just a second and talk a little Pitt. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So the Army Black Knights offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And this guy doubtless will be a huge part of the game plan. We'll keep our eyes on him all game long. The quarterback's telling us that he is going to be a problem. They'll run this play from the pistol. On the run, it's Phillips. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Anderson will throw. Fires one high and deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He smashes his way through again. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Hits inside. It's Smith. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Panthers want to move quickly.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Nowhere to go.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down TFL, second down TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Why not get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bouncing off that right upright and through. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Deep in the end zone, it's Robinson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Pulls and fires complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The throw. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. On the return. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Army! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof, and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense all over it.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Sells to fake. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They'll go to the air. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Anderson wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Phillips.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Black Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Stewart. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Quick give, it's Smith. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll give it to him again. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. The give is to Smith. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Hands it off. Nice move to pick up yardage. He has 60 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Smith. They were all over it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And he must have felt like there were 15 guys on defense, and he dodged a bunch of them in the backfield, but still knocked down for a loss. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Throws to the tight end. Right side, it's Fleming. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Straight ahead, it's Phillips. Still on his feet at the 45. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Really good-looking run, and when you play Army, you know these guys offensively, they are always so dialed into their rushing attack. Everybody understands their assignment and responsibility. It doesn't matter if they're running the option. It doesn't matter if they're doing it out of the spread. They know who they need to block, and as a defense, you better limit your mental errors, or you're going to have a hard time slowing this rushing attack down.
Anderson will throw. Out wide right, it's Fleming. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch outside. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play after taking another look just to confirm everything. And he's in. Touchdown, Black Knights.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse, and field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Here comes the offense on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Lets it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Rolled his way into the end zone. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, returns like that just swing the momentum. Almost took it to the house. The Black Knights offense will go to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Just feeds the running back. Inside the 30. He's now up to 58 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. And the Black Knights, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Anderson wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Gets rid of it.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Black Knights have pushed it inside the 20. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They're not into threes. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Needs it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Black Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Phillips. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They'll run it. Just smothered on the play. Pitt calls it 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Army! And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on first. Over the middle, it's Smith. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Panthers want to crank the tempo.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Wants to keep it in the air. Out wide right, it's Smith. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Punt is on its way. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Phillips. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. Caught. Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the first down. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Anderson will throw. Open on the left side is Smith. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Fresh center downs going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Phillips. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Drops back on first down. Right side, it's Phillips. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Checking in with the Army head coach coming out of the locker room. This home crowd is fueling their running game. Every single time the running back gets the rock, they are going crazy. The ground game has been good, and they're going to continue to ride the momentum of this home crowd.
Okay, Holly.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Anderson wants to throw. Gets open down the middle. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run inside. It's Phillips. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Snags it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Smith takes the handoff. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Long way to go on second down. Anderson will throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Looking for the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
I think that's a good call offensively, Reese. You're sort of in no man's land at midfield. You've got 4th down, and you believe in your guys to go and get it done on the ground. They're able to pick up the first.
Were you at all surprised by the decision to run it there?
No, not with their personnel up front. Just the way that these guys have sort of established.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Looking to the big tight end. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
They'll ride him again. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. On his way back from the 20. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. He leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Running inside. It's Phillips. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. He now has 110 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw.
He's got it. Touchdown, Black Knights. And the pummeling has started. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Dangerous throw on that one.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the 3rd quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Looking for room. He gets a block. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Anderson wants to throw. Moves to his right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Smith. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Rashad Downs going up top. Makes the grab. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands. So,
and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Army! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
the punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. Hits inside. It's Smith. Knocked down immediately.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Got out of trouble and throws. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Has to have it on 4th down. Turning it on. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. It might be a gamble to go for it on 4th down. With that distance, it's a real gamble to keep it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think the defense was ready for it. I know I certainly wasn't. I don't know about you guys. I thought that was going to be a throw, but they caught him off guard running the football, and they're able to keep this drive alive.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Tight end now in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Fleming. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Black Knights peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. After losing a couple on that last play, here's second and 12. Anderson will throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Great place to start for this offense. Play action on first down. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll set up to throw. A little release to the back. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's first and 10. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Holly, what do you have?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. With the clock running, this should be the final play. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely.